Second deck of the day, Arsenal Thopters. This is a pretty stock list from like, when, 2023? When was this pop? 3 years ago? 2 years ago? It was somewhat popular. And the only new card we're really playing here is Improvised Arsenal, which is a 2-mana equipment, just +1/+0 for each artifact you control, and then you can pay 5 to create a copy of it. Equips for a single red. Besides that, the rest of the deck is basically exactly what it's called. We're playing Ornithopter, Retrofitter Foundry, and Barb Spike, along with Yodia Declares War as sort of our Thopter package, giving us some sort of flying bodies that we can either trade out for 4/4s with Retrofitter Foundry, or we can equip them with some of our power up cards, I should say. So we can play Shadow Spear, Arsenal, but we're also playing Reign of Truth, which is a saga that target creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each artifact and enchantment you control. Throw that on a flyer, you get an evasive beater, and you can smack in for quite a bit. Yodia Declares War is also quite good. Acts as removal spell on level 2, and then at level 3, you get to turn something into a 4/4, so we can like turn our Thopters into 4/4s to get an extra boost. But the ability to read ahead also lets us sort of pick what we want for any given situation. But usually, we're just letting it start at 1 and then go through the chapters. Along with that, the rest of the deck is just sort of some interaction. So we have Esper Sentinel along with Ingenious Smith as sort of card selection and card draw. This is pretty good to equip like Arsenals or a Barb Spike 2 to power it up so our opponent can't pay the taxes often. And then Ingenious Smith just sort of grows as we play things and helps us dig for our pieces. And then in terms of like actual removal and reach, we're just playing Portable Hole and Galvanic Blast, powered by Ancient Den and the Great Furnace in the mana base to make sure we can hit Metalcraft fairly quickly. Those also help power up Arsenal and Reign of Truth as well. I am interested a little bit in Casey Jones, the 2-mana one, because it has haste, and then it does the same thing as Ingenious Smith, but I think Smith is better just for the ability to keep growing over the course of the game. So we're going to try that and see how we do. I'm trying to... I think my internet's just really messing things up. Stream Elements is not updating my stream properly, so I apologize for that. So we might just turn those off for a second. But anywho, that's the name of the game. Basic aggro deck. Our sideboard is real silly. We're going to play 4 Mana Tithes, some Soul Guide Lanterns, Doorkeeper Thrall, Caskets, and Revokers, because I don't really want to think while I play this game. This deck, we're just going to jam and see how we do. Alright, match 1. We're also Allura's Shell, which I forgot to mention, but that's alright. Opponent plays Llanowar Elves. We're going to start with a Portable Hole. And then we'll either Foundry plus blast what he plays, or maybe we can just jam the Smith. But it feels like, okay, good for us. Let's play a Smith. Might have been better off to keep that Furnace. We'll take an Ornithopter. Actually, let's just get a pump here as well. And then next turn, we can play Foundry plus Arsenal. No, we'll play Foundry plus Reign of Truth, swing, Arsenal, Folly, turn, equip. Or we'll blow that up. Let's blow this up. Blocks are for losers, chat. Let's Arsenal here, because then we can try to change our game plan, but we'll smack for 3. I want to see if we'll get Ugin or something. He plays the One Ring, which kind of sucks for us, but it gives us a turn off to try and set up a little bit. Plays another Llanowar Elves. He is at X amount of mana. So let's play Foundry, grow that, equip the Thopter. Let's play a Sentinel. No attacks. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Jesus, the internet today is horrible. Is it an Ugin? No. Could be small Ugin. Jesus Christ. Okay. Shout out to this guy. Let's turn this... Yeah, let's turn this into a 4-4. And pump the Smith. Second Thopter is great. We'll swing for 25 and force a block. But he's dead anyways. Okay. Some sort of mono green ramp shell that's not devotion. Which I think is fine for us. Not exactly sure what he's on. I think I want to bring in a couple of caskets. Maybe drop a couple of sentinels. We could bring in the Manatize to be cheeky. Our sideboard could probably be much better than it is, but that's okay. Let me also update. We have a Barb Spike and a Blast, but we have no white mana. We're gonna maul this one. This is not much better. But we'll try it. Because at least we have a couple plays here until we find a land. We'll do our best. I'm going to get punished for this. I always get punished when I keep a one-lander. Now this was definitely more of a... I feel like this was definitely more of a best of one deck when it was around. Oh my gosh, chat. Does it get any better? Let's take him off a single mana source. We'll drop the Sentinel. I don't think Sentinel's very good here, unless he plays Rampant Growth again. Explore. Will he pay the 1? Opponent? Yeah, give me cards. You know, I used to not care that much about Esper Sentinel, but I'm actually quite impressed. We're just going to take him off his mana. He didn't play an extra land off of that, so we're just going to keep him at our pace. I think we'll Smith after this and maybe try and find a land. Give me another card. Fuck. Hell yeah. Let's see if we can find a Great Furnace off of this. We do not. Okay, opponent scoops it up. I think we're fine there. I feel like I just tried my luck. I just tried my luck against a one-lander, so we're not going to keep a one-lander. But this is match number 2. Opponent throws turn 1 Faithless Looting. Seems like they might make me cry. Which is fine. It's alright to make me cry. Oh yeah, we're going to cry, chat. We're just playing against Persist, huh? Yeah, that's no fun. We're going to bring in Manatize and Soul Guide Lanterns. For showsy. Also, I spent so long off stream yesterday trying to figure out if we could play Seasons Past combo. And I tried really hard, chat, but I just couldn't figure it out. We don't have a good, like, mass untapper. Which sucks. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Into a... Are we playing Chat, I'm gonna be so honest. I have no fucking clue what's happening right now. Are we playing Persist and Scapeshift in the same deck? Remember when people used to do that, like shapeshift living end? And I played Pokemon living end for a while, which was 151 card shapeshift, plus living end, plus a burial rites, plus I don't even know, Platinum Imperion, Vile Mutilator. Okay, so he is just doing shit like that. He's Primetime Persist. Chat, I don't think we beat this. There's too many angles he's coming at us from. Jesus Christ. The stream is just dropping left and right, dude. Alright. We're just gonna bring in some silly stuff, I guess. I don't even think portable holes are worth it. We'll bring in our guide lanterns. Don't even think we need shadow spears. This is gonna suck, chat. Sentinel's probably fine. I feel like maybe we just cut down on a lot of our interaction. This is a tough one, boys. I wish my internet would work. Really wish the internet would work, chat. Hell yeah. We're gonna mana tide this guy. Alright, I feel safe to play a spike here. Probably a mistake. What am I looking at? Mutagen Man. Oh no. Mosswood Dread Knight. Momentum Breaker Damnation. Find another Sentinel. Let's just swing for 4 here. I feel like there's got to be something better than Verdant Force. Chat, we're getting persisted. Gross. Gross. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Am I just... swinging? Ew. Also, isn't there a better card? What's the big guy that was played in green white morph? Don't we have that? Whisperwood something? Whisperwood Elemental. Isn't that card just better? We find a Thopter. Chat, the internet today is out of its mind. Let's see if we get state shifted. I might restart stream after this. We're getting Kolagons commanded. Jesus Christ. Chat, what is happening? We're gonna get scape shifted. Yeah, I think we're gonna restart stream after this and go for another like hour or so. All right, we're getting shit on here. That's not our kind of deck. All right, stream has been restarted. We're on match number 3. We're currently 1-1. We're doing great. Also, yeah, that guy could have been playing Whisperwood Elemental. I don't know if it's as good, but I feel like it gives you a little more utility. Helps you get additional things. I'm gonna play an Ingenious Smith on 2. I'll take an Arsenal here. Might just want to equip that next turn. We'll see. Boys, we're so back. We never left. Alright. See if our opponent's playing Anger or anything like that. We haven't seen Prismatic Omen in a shift list. Ah, he's on 8 mulch. I haven't seen this version in a while either. Okay, so let's go. Damn, I wish we had another thing. I think we'll equip the Arsenal to Sentinel. Play a red source. This takes him to 14, and then we kill off the Galvanic Blast. Pretty good, chat. Pretty good. Do these play Splendid Reclamation? Or no? I think they just go all in on... Or no, they... Yeah, right? I don't know. Portable Hole, I guess, doesn't... I feel like we're not going to really care about Prismatic Omen, right? Also, why are you playing... Maybe he's on Jund. If you're green-red, why are you playing Prismatic Omen in the first place? You know what I mean? Don't you already have enough mountains? Maybe I'm just wrong, chat. We'll try this hand. It's on prime time? Thopter would be nice here. He's trying to fry our Esper Sentinel. I think that's okay. Let's take a Foundry. Winding Way. Interesting. He's playing Cease and Desist into prime time. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Let's play Ancient Den, and then we'll set up an Arsenal. We'll hold on to Mana Tithe. We're gonna get our lands blown up. He's trying to fry our Ingenious Smith, which is fine. Plays Winding Way again. Okay, so he's on prime time. So we probably should have brought in, whatever you call it. We're gonna play Smith here. Into a land. Into a retrofitter foundry. We can't counter the prime time, which kind of sucks. But that makes me want to bring in our Doorkeeper Thralls. 5 mana. Oh, he has Castle Garenberg. Did he... He didn't pay mana for that, though? Really good on our part. And then he just dies. Nice! Alright, match 4. This hand seems pretty hot. Currently 2-1. And now OBS is not updating again. Love that for us. It's fine. Just imagine we're 2-1, chat. That's what it says. Alright, we'll lead on good old Sentinel here. Followed up with a Smith. Seems like we're holding somewhat steady in terms of our frame, so that's good. Give me Portable Hole, sure. Kind of wanted to land there, but that's okay. Fragment Reality, no card draw for us. We do find a Thopter, which is very nice, and we find the land. Let's try to start to put him on some pressure here. We can swing. We can Sentinel plus Shadow Spear. Well, we'll see what he does. Spell Queller's fine. I'm just gonna blast his Queller. Get our Shadow Spear back. Do I want to overcommit? I don't really want to overcommit, so let's just swing for 4 here. Or 8. And pass back. Do we think this is high noon? We did run into a blue-white control player running Spell Queller the other day. Just like stock blue-white control with Spell Queller. Which felt really weird after he Supreme Verdict. I don't know what I was on something stupid. I'm always on something stupid, chat. Boys, we're doing great. Also, I'm gonna eat dinner after stream. That's exciting. So our opponent mad because we are gonna kill them? Or what? I'm a little confused. Can I play this Ornithopter? Oh no, chat. Now you have to sit here and be entertained by me. And that's not good. I'm not very entertaining. How about that airplane food? Alright, we are holding steady. We just need a little restart every once in a while, boys. Play our own Thopter. We need a plus. Let's see if we can equip our Thopter and kill him. Seems like we can. Wonderful. Okay. We're gonna bring in Mana Tithes and Doorkeeper Thralls. I guess we can bring in Glass Tacit too, but I don't think we really need it. What doesn't feel incredible here? Portable Hole? I guess if he is High Noon, whatever. We'll drop a Shadow Spear, drop an Arsenal. I feel like Esper Sentinel is pretty good. Maybe drop one of each of those. Let's drop a Barb Spike over the Yodia. Yodia gives us a little more value. Also, chat, I've been making a wish list for what I want. That's what we can talk about while our opponent sideboards, if they're actually here. I'm trying to make a wish list of cards I want. I don't know if it's a good one, but it makes me feel good. But, like, I want to play with, like, Garuk Wildspeaker and Koth of the Hammer. I want Asmo plus Cookbook, Coiling Oracle, Karth the Lion, Lightning Skelemental. There's a lot of, like, single cards that, if added to Arena, would open up, like, archetypes. Like Scion of Draco and Domain Zoo, or, like, Lightning Skelemental in Thunderkin Awaker Elementals. Planebound Accomplice. We could play that, like, Chandra combo deck, where you play the one that makes people discard. Vengevine would be sweet. Madcap Experiment, since we already have Platinum Empyrean. We don't really have a lot of attrition-based cards on Arena. Which I get why. Like, they kind of changed their stance on that. But, like, I want Death Cloud and Smallpox and Ensnaring. I mean, there's so much... Fragment Reality is a pretty common card, and everyone plays Besiege You. I feel like Ensnaring Bridge would be fine, chat. Sunforger's fun. Ebony Owl. Aether Vial's a big one. Thopter Foundry's probably fine. Some interesting things like Trail of Evidence, Madcap Stills, Heartless Summoning, Periphery Nodes, Amiria. I want Academy Ruins and Hall of Heliod's Generosity. I don't know. Just a lot of random stuff, I think. I think the Martyr Cycle would be really good. Oh, they conceded. Love that. Alright, we're gonna malt. Our first hand was a bunch of portable holes. This doesn't seem that much better. Jesus Christ. Okay. Actually, I feel like I'd rather have that. Let's hope we can get something off this Esper Sentinel or find our second land here. So our deck status? No. I don't know why our deck status thing is not working. That's not a card that does anything. That's not good, chat. Take an Ornithopter. Double click the source and sources list. Do I get land? No. Refresh cache of current page. I don't see refresh cache of current page. Oh, yes, I do. Chat, if I break something, I'm sorry. Oh, well. Oh, we're back! Boys, we did it! Alright. Well. Yeah, I also... There's like those posts on Reddit that say we're not that far from most of the top modern decks. Chat, I got punished for keeping, well, I guess not punished. We mulled the 5. Holy shit, a land! Can I play this, or am I gonna get counterspelled? I feel like we're gonna get counterspelled, boys. Yeah. Are we just against, like, straight up Grixis control? Because that'd be crazy. I want to see what his finisher is. I still want to add some more to this, but there's a lot of, like, Grand Architect, Gravecrawler, Kami of False Hope, Arbiter, Master of Death, Squee. Alright. Do I just want a Yodia here, or do I want to... I guess so. I don't... Chat, we're gonna do it. Let's go to 2. We're not gonna win this. We're gonna get eaten alive here. Let's bring in the Manatize. Let's bring in the Revokers. I kind of want to bring in a single Soul Guide or 2. Shadow Sphere is probably not doing a whole lot here. That was bad. Portable Hole is definitely not doing anything here. Maybe drop an Arsenal. Drop a Machiko. And like a single blast. That was tough. Mull the 5, 1 lander, didn't find another one. Chat, I figured out how to refresh things, so that's good. Wait, can I do the same for... Sorry, chat. Is this my overlay? Yes. Whoever's watching this on YouTube probably thinks I'm stupid. Okay, we're not... Hey, look at this! Look at all this! Look at all these cards. Lands. Oh my god. Never seen lands like this in my life. So that's that. Let's play this on whatever first. BRB. This is my overlay. So if I double click on, oh, chat. Can I play this Barb Spike? Maybe. And I refresh cache of current page, and then we hit OK. Oh, whoops. Okay. All right, chat, you found a mountain. You know Plum loves mountains. I don't know why I said that. Maybe we get pushed off a cliff. Maybe we get our... Makes me sack a creature. Ingress Rampage is pretty good. Let's drop an Improvised Arsenal. Maybe set up a little bit. This man does seem to be just playing straight control, which is kind of nutty, if I'm being honest. We're gonna hold on his Mana Tithe and see if he tries to jam something on us. This is 2 and 1, right? Correct. Swing for 7. Oh no. Chat, he shantied me. That son of a bitch. Alright, we're just gonna make another 7-1 and pass. Fuck. He doesn't have Hive Tyrant mana, which is good for a moment. So does this mean he's just Grixis Chorus, maybe? With some spicy inclusions? I guess we could also... Well, we'll see what he does. Him to the ages. Gross. He is on versus chorus. We just didn't see anything game 1. It's just going to keep shantying us. We can also start making copies of Arsenal. Which is kind of funny. I don't necessarily think we care about making that into a 4-4. At least not at the moment. If he plays a walker, we can kill it with Declares War. How many artifacts? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plays Ballad. So we sack. Gross. And he gains a shit ton of life. Alright, let's play Smith. See if we can just keep finding threats. I actually think we're going to crack this right now. I'm not necessarily sure he's playing anything to warrant that, but... Mana Tide does not seem to be coming in that handy. Opponent has 7 mana. Lorien Revealed. Resolves. So he is indeed Grixis Chorus. 3 mana. Turn this into a 4/4. Let's pay 5 to copy this. Dude's drawing a shit ton of cards. But we're doing a decent job keeping pace with him. I mean, I think I have to Mana Tithe if he wants to push something here. Just to chunk him for a shit ton. He could Ballad. Ballad for 8. That's pretty good. Boom, 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 boom. Nicol Bolas, Dragon God. Yes, sir. I think I want to keep the Sentinel here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I tapped both of those. That sucks. Okay, we'll have to do that next turn. At least we get a card off the Sentinel. This is a fun matchup. Retrofitter Foundry is definitely a solid card here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we make another token that's 8, we can deal the Nicol Bolas. 8 pluses for 1. So let me just... I think we're just trying to make a servo in response. Exile the servo. He's drawn through how many ballads? Just 2? I feel like he's got one more in hand. We might want to... Well, I guess stopping our upkeep to make a thing doesn't really do much. Play second Nicol Bolas. To do what? Just get another card out of our hands? Okay. Blows up. He's still dead to a Thopter, which he pushes into a Ponder. Okay. We're gonna kill the Nicol Bolas and play a Sentinel and double equip, hopefully. Probably time to draw Luris here, too. We're not really sure he's on Thoughtseize or not, though. Barb Spike is hot. Bum, 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 bum. I'd like him to counterspell this. We'll take that. Cyclos Lorien. Okay, good for us. He does have Hall of the Storm Giants. Let's make a servo. Equip the Sentinel. A Ballad is bad for us. He's already used 3 shanties. But only 2 hymns. There's a Ballad. Like I said, bad for us. We do get to draw. Another Nicol Bolas. Yodia can take care of that, which is fine. Do I want to get rid of a land here? I think so. He plays that tapped into a Ponder. Okay. So let's turn that into a 4/4 and we'll play the second Yodia to ping. And then while we have a free moment, we're gonna exile his graveyard. Ping the Nicol Bolas. We'll swing for 4 here. We're gonna crack the Soul Guide Lantern after we do that. Do this and equip. See where that gets us. Opponent has 23 cards left, and we ran him out of resources. Pretty good, pretty good. Hot damn, that was sweet. I honestly think Doorkeep Withdrawal might be worth it as a 2 of. I don't even think we need Shadow Spear, but I think the ability to flash in something is going to be pretty good. We probably could have taken out Smith and stuff, but that's okay. We saw Angrass Rampage, but we're not. He could be playing Meltdown and stuff. But this is actually a super fun match. This hand feels good to me. We'll see if we get Thoughtseized. We do not, but we get turn 1 Foundry. Problem is, we're just kind of playing a game of attrition against him. He hymns. Next turn, we can turn that into a, well, we'll find out. He ponders. There's a chance he just pushes our Thopter, which kind of feels bad. Unless he missed a land here, which I think is fine. See if he has the push. No push. Interesting. Let's play the Smith out. See if we can swing. Push. Push. We knew that was coming. He just took his time on it. Okay, we still have a Smith. And we also have Foundry plus an Arsenal coming down next turn. Hopefully. And then we're going to turn this Yodia... Well, we'll see what we want to do with this Yodia. I don't really want him to kill our Foundry, so I think we're going to target the Lantern. 2 mana here, but it doesn't have double. So let's go here. Let's play our Furnace. We'll see if we can get an Arsenal down. He's gonna shanty us. That's fine. Do we think he has the Fatal Push here? He does indeed. Okay. Opponent's still behind on mana, which is good. We have a Blast for Nicol Bolas. Opponent might find another thing here. Keeps it untapped though. Good for us. Okay. Let's draw into Luris and play this Ancient Den. We did not get to eat his graveyard, but we didn't really see his snap or anything in game 1. Oh, speak of the devil, chat. He decides to ponder over the hymn. Maybe because he has second shanty. Definitely feels like it. Or he's just keeping up shanty mana in general. Is he gonna eat that right away? Seems like he wants to. Let's see what happens here. He just blocks. Okay. We're gonna chill. Make him waste a Fatal Push on that, and then we can make a 4/4 because we can untap Foundry, which is good for us. He could Ballast or Nicol Bolas is here. Okay, he goes for the Nicol. We're gonna blast Nicol Bolas in the face. Actually, no, we're not. We're gonna make him waste that, which is good. Could still have a push in hand, but then we get to kill that, and then we're just gonna outvalue him with Retrofitter Foundry. Nice, chat. So as a recap, the first 5 matches we played were Mono Green Ramp, that persist Shapeshift, Titan Shift, we think Blue White High Noon, and then Grixis Chorus. We went 4-1, which is pretty good. I'm not going to talk about the sideboard because I just threw random shit in here. You could definitely tech this much better. First off, I don't know why we wanted... I just thought Doorkeeper Thrall would be a better option with the flash and stuff against, like, prime time and things like that. But I think you definitely just want Hushbringer. The lifelink is also more relevant when we're playing Arsenal and stuff and Reign of Truth. But I'm not going to talk too much about that. You could obviously change that around and just tech a little harder against popular things right now. So could have been better, of course. But main deck wise, like I said, this was like a best of one style deck way back, what, 3 years ago, 2023. And now that with the recent bannings, I feel like it's got some merit again. I mean, against that Gritz's Chorus list, like Retrofitter Foundry felt pretty disgusting. Helped us play the long game and outvalue them. Esper Sentinel has felt great every time we played it. And then, I mean, Portable Hole, I guess, hasn't come up too much, but it's been sweet. But the combination that you're able to play Reign of Truth plus Improvised Arsenal now, I guess they used to play like all that glitters, but just the option, like Improvised Arsenal, maybe it's a turn slower because you have to equip it and stuff. But the fact that it's an artifact, it can go on, you can like switch it around as things progress in the game, and then you can start making copies of it. Feels like it's just better than glitter. Maybe you want to do like a split on those 2-2 or something, but I was very impressed by Arsenal the whole night. But this package of like Barb Spike, Ornithopter, Yodia Declares War, along with Foundry, felt great. And I mean, that's kind of the last time we played a Foundry deck. I think I said I remember very clearly saying Retrofitter Foundry just isn't playable anymore. But that was when Eldrazi was around, and we were getting stopped. But it feels fine now. I was quite impressed. Obviously, there's still a few things like fast combo decks are probably tough. We saw a couple games. What match was that? Titan Shift, maybe? Match 3, we were able to like close out the game on turn 4 with like our Improvised Arsenal plus Reign of Truth, pumping our guy to like a 16 something. But we are still a little slower than most of the other aggro decks. So I think you could hedge and shore up those kind of matches with stuff out of the sideboard. Probably some more like low tier removal like Last Casket and stuff. Maybe some Fragment Realities to help slow down those kinds of decks and other aggro. But I wonder, yeah, I mean, you could probably even fit Shelter by Ghosts in here, maybe. Or at least in the sideboard is another piece of removal that would be a little more helpful. But your sideboard, I said I wasn't going to talk about sideboard, but I am going to. Your sideboard can also go a little bit more into artifacts because you're playing Ingenious Smith. That you have a way to dig for those pieces a little more without having to mulligan for them all the time. But I think this is a pretty decent option right now. Improvised Arsenal gives it a little extra oomph, breathes some life back into it. Plus the artifact lands let you power up pretty quick. But overall, I think you could take this out of best of 1 like we did. We're in best of 3, and we did just fine. I do think the worst card is probably Barb Spike, which is kind of funny. I know Praven mentioned that maybe you could splash into blue and play like Innovative Metatech, which gets you everything in the deck as another card advantage engine alongside like Esper Sentinel. Maybe you play, I don't know if you even want to play in Soul Artifact, but you could, and just beat in with 5/5s. The Soul Artifact might be kind of sweet. But it kind of reduces your Retrofitter Foundry package and Yodia. But I could see cutting maybe 2 of these and popping in something else that can just kind of give you a little extra oomph. Maybe, Durapure. Hope if Durapure is kind of interesting too against those combo decks. Gives you another 1-drop to play that you can throw a Reign of Truth buff or Improvised Arsenal onto. So you can curve out pretty nicely over Spike, and it's still a Thopter. And then you can also loop it with Luris. Probably worth playing at least 1 over a Barb Spike. But yeah, anyways, I had a lot of fun. Deck feels good. Galvanic Blast is a nice way to close out some games too. And that's my 2 cents. We'll probably revisit this in the future with some splashes of some sort, most likely blue. But for a pretty stock list, like this is literally all 4 ofs and a couple shadow spears. It's pretty easy to build. Not, I mean, okay, there's quite a few rares in here, but I think it's a decent deck to climb the ladder with, based on what we did today. I've been playing a little bit of it off stream as well, and it's been rather impressive. So, thank you for watching. GG's, and I like it. Have a good one.